Hello, hello guys. Welcome to this short tutorial to help you navigate through the simulator I'm going to share with you. So first of all, we can see in this space, this is a simulator. So this is a 3D shape, okay? This is a pyramid, and I can click, drag, and kind of look at it from different perspectives, okay? Which is really nice. You can see different things. So let's just reset it to the original. And here on the right side, I can see the shape that results from cutting that 3D shape, okay? So when we cut or do cross sections in 3D shapes, we get 2D shapes. So here, when I'm cutting this pyramid, right here, I'm getting a triangle. Now, there are many ways you can cut this, okay? We can see it here when it says rotate slice around Y. I can cut in many different angles, and those shapes are going to be changing. But for now, let's just leave it at the middle. And we're going to discuss two important type of cuts, okay? The first one, like this one, it's called parallel, okay? And it's parallel to the base here. This is the base. My base is a triangle. And as we know, the base of the pyramid, well, is the part at the bottom, the one of the shape. And whenever I cut parallel to the shape, well, guess what? I'm going to get the same shape as the base, okay? Whenever I cut parallel to the base, I'm going to get the same shape. So my base is a triangle, and my parallel cut, it is a triangle, okay? Let's just erase this. Now, there's another type of cut, the cut that is perpendicular, okay? And while parallel lines never touch, perpendiculars have this kind of feature, okay? They touch each other, they cross each other or intersect. So to see what would that look like, I'm gonna rotate the slice around Y over here. And if I do it exactly in the middle, I can see that now I get a different triangle, okay? I'm cutting now perpendicular. Sorry, this is hard to move. There we go. And I create a new triangle, okay? Now, just to show you another cool trick, if we go back to my parallel cut, if I do here move slice, I can see how the shape changes depending where do I cut. So if you see, if I cut in the very top of the pyramid, I'm gonna get a very small triangle. But if I make a slice at the very bottom, I'm gonna get a much bigger triangle. Okay, and this is real cool. It works for pyramids with a triangle as a base. But if you go here to lateral faces and you click on it, it's going to change the base, okay? So as you can see now, my base is a square, and guess what? My parallel section, or my parallel slice, it's also square, okay? If I go to a pentagon, my cross is also a pentagon. So as you can see, when the base changes, my cut changes, okay? That's when I do parallel cuts. Now let's see what happens when I do a perpendicular cut, okay? And let's change the base. You can see now that as I change the base, my cross-section remains the same, my slice is the same, and that's because all pyramids, when I do a cross-section that is perpendicular to the base, as you can see it here, it's going to be a triangle, okay? It doesn't matter what my base looks like. If I do my cross-section perpendicular to the base, that means they intersect, I'm going to have always a triangle. Now, if I do a parallel cut to the base, then it will the slice will change depending on my base, okay? Something really similar happens to prisms. So if you see here, this is a prism. If I do a parallel cut, so this is my base, it's a pentagon. If I do a parallel cut, okay, so one line, two lines, they never meet, this is a parallel cut, I also get a pentagon. And as you can see, while I'm changing the base, my cut is also changing. So just as prisms, just as pyramids and prisms, parallel cuts to the parallel cuts to the base are gonna give me the same shape, as a slice if I slice it. But let's see what happens here if I do, sorry, my battery was running low. Um, what happens if I do a perpendicular cut? Now I get a rectangle, okay? And let's change the base, see if that changes. No, it doesn't, right? It can have triangle as a base, rectangle, doesn't matter. I'm always gonna have a rectangle here, okay? So when I cut pyramids, I get triangles. When I cut prisms, I get rectangles. And it doesn't matter if it's a pyramid or a prism. If I cut parallel, I'm just gonna get the same shape as the base. Now we're gonna have some time to explore this. I'm gonna share this link with you. I hope you find it helpful and have a lot of fun exploring it. Bye.